Alright, I'm all rugged up and ready to go. Let's dive straight in, because I remembered my hotkey. That's it, I'm gloating about that. Alright, we start with Zen Aquapark 2 by Gordon Freeman, who apparently took up mapping after the whole Black Mesa thing. Apparently a big improvement since the first Zen Aquapark. I don't remember a first Zen Aquapark. Meanwhile, I remember how to check these things on the new site. I'm all rugged up and ready to go. Oh god, I've got my own stream playing. Apologies, that probably came through. There was a Zen Aquapark one. He did not put it up. Half-Life Deathmatch. Sandy, that's right where I am. I didn't do all this. No, I haven't been playing Dark Souls. Can't prove anything. Get a warrant. Stream refreshment ready. And certainly not a bunch of other cans here. Alright, GF Zen Aquapark 2. You know, it is always, this is somewhat unrelated, but I was just led to think about it recently due to other things. Passive worry I have doing this. Where's my volume? Oh, headphones are down. Passive worry I have doing this stream is that eventually, at some point, I will probably run into something that is, let's say, not age appropriate. And, oh. Weird. That is that is healing water in a Zen map. You'd think that would heal you. Yeah. If I stumble upon something accidentally that maybe shouldn't be streamed out, I can't really know that in advance. And, yeah, the rules are pretty clear that it's not allowed even by accident. And, yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen anytime soon. And if it does, I will mash the correct buttons to prevent it from actually showing. Is this the entire map? Like, I was just wandering around this area thinking that I'm gonna find more, but kinda seems like this is most of what there is. Sorry, is the implication that you'd swim all the way here for a thing of cells and a health pack? That dead end? There's no, gorse gun, it seems, so I can't jump into the waterfall. Unless... Nope, there's a rock-solid waterfall. This isn't great, but then you don't see many Zen maps. Hello Irby, hello Penguin Boy. There's I guess that's all there is to see here. Zen Aquapark 2. Apparently a big improvement since the first one. I'd like to see the first one. Alright, GSB. My ex-school, I'm working on it. Fair enough. Is in unfinished. Apparently in Half-Life, but I don't know if I believe it. Also, no indication of whether it was multiplayer or not. maybe a set piece, so probably single player. Not Fulbright, despite appearances. I think you'll find twhl.info did happen. Wait. I don't know how I managed to stress the wrong word in that sentence. It comes out that I am in fact the G-man. It's wrong for several reasons, but... So this, like every other school map, appears to suffer from poor scale and repetitive hallways. I don't think I've ever been to a school that... Well, actually, no, I haven't. I've ever had more than 2 floors in some buildings. I guess uni had more than 2 floors in many buildings, but that's not quite the same thing. Also, all these floors are identical, it seems. Oh, that's weird. Oh. Never mind. That's a ladder, it has to be. There's no reason why that would be there otherwise. I'm never going to, but if I mapped my high school, it would actually at least have some variation in it. I don't think it's... I mean, like individual rooms, fairly repetitive, but laid out kind of weirdly now I think about it. My house, CS or Half-Life? My house is a bit of a misnomer since this doesn't resemble a house I live in, nor a house I would like to live in. Fair enough. Why did you call it your house then? And is it in the middle of your street? Why is there in image instructions? Couldn't you have put that in text? And saved like 96 kilobytes? Assume that's just an RMF. Yep. My school was kind of, I mean, yeah, somewhat. I don't know whether it qualifies as rural, but certainly not the biggest of towns. Yeah, I would almost call its layout open plan, which is not at all accurate, but it's what I'm led to call. What's the map name? I didn't check that. My house. It's probably Half-Life Deathmatch, isn't it? And there aren't items strewn everywhere, so it can't be. This is some kind of future car. This strikes me as a car in the future that's cheap and shit. Like, I don't mean cheap and some such, I mean cheap and garbage. Cheap and rubbish. Oh. That door doesn't open like that. This door looks the same, but opens different. Why does every door open differently? Well, is this really necessary in a house as small as this? Also, I mean, this does kind of imply a definite familiarity between members of the household. Because, Also, it's just... It's no actual bowl to that. It's a platform. Unlike that one. Am I misreading this? Is this a different device? It looks awfully similar. It's kind of a neat shower though. And yet you can't interact with it. Do you really have the glass that slides into the floor? I mean, one, what's the point of it? Because it's not stopping the water from getting out. It's not keeping anyone in or out. That said, it would be kind of cool to just like step on it as you walk past. Which I can't do in this. Like, cut this entire room down the middle and it's probably quite nice. Questionable as it is. I don't know what this room's supposed to be for. This is a strange house. I think I see why he clarified that it wasn't a house that he lived in. Anyway, okay. Gorse Phobia by Mammoth. Deathmatch map, where all players start all in one point of the map. The map is imaginary divided. Imaginary divided, I like that. In two parts, the low and the high. The high part is the best one, where you can find the two gorses and crossbows something. The low part has some weapons like rockets something, shotguns, grenades, strip mines, and is where the players responds. I think he meant to say re-swans, but had slipped a P in there. After all, who acquire N Gorse will have the best locomotion through the map? Oh, trowel the map, because it has an extreme deformed terrain with cliffs and mountains. That's it. This is a medium map with some more surprises. Let me spell all those words. I've spelled surprises right. I still spell surprises wrong. It's that first R. Surprise. You say it like you normally would, throw it out in a conversation, and that R is not there. At least. With whatever the hell accent I have, if I have one. It's kind of a weird thought, that. I feel like I don't have an accent, because it's the talkways what I do. If you know what I mean. Was it air fire? Air fire. Okay. Boxes. I think I see the imaginary divide. Which doesn't work when I say it like that. It's not funny anymore. You know, I'm not seeing any weapons. Gorse or not. This is deathmatch. Was it unfinished? No, this is completed. Where are the guns? The map is named after a gun. It has to be somewhere in the level. Or any weapon has to be somewhere in the level. feel like these should probably have weapons in them. And yet, nothing. I'm confused and yet completely satisfied. Alright. That was weird. I'm looking for a comment that says that there's no guns in it. And it doesn't exist. Maybe it's me. What did I do? Oh. Right. That last link must have worked. I don't think that was the same map at all. Oh well. What was this map's deal? Because this has completed as well. Oh, this was Counter-Strike. Another CS map. Such a description. Whatever. Wait, what was the last one then? That's 3-9 Gorsephobia. Suppose it would have helped if there was any part of the map in the screenshot, wouldn't it? Oh well. Never mind. I mean, you can imagine how that works in Counter-Strike though. Oh no. Come on, Prison by Killer 1102. Just map description. Why do my energy balls not work? Is that immature to laugh at that? Because that's really fucking funny. Oh. Oh, I do apologize. That's terrible. You gotta check your energy balls. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Thank you, Abby. I thought Half-Life 2 had... Oh, right, there's more than one bin folder. That's what I was getting wrong. Hammer. You see, the problem is I'm not going to be able to answer this question. I have no idea why his energy balls don't work. And maybe it's just me, I don't intend to check. I see some M beams. I actually have no idea how you would do the energy walls in this. So that presumably is where one of the beams come from. Beam, ball spawner 1, and beam. Decal big shot. Alright, that's a decal. Now, how do you actually tell it to spawn the... whatever. Not here to learn source. Prefab pack by not bot. That's reassuring. Prefab pack, door, chair, table, window, ladder, all detailed. Don't email me when you use them. Email. Why did he provide his email if he didn't want emails? Here's my email. Don't use it. In fact, forget I said it. It's going to take some getting used to that. It shows that up until you actually look at it and then... Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, where are we? 3966. Did they all need to be in their own map? That's what I'm wondering. I'm guessing no. It seems weird. I feel like all of the maps of schools that I've seen doing this stream all seem kinda similar, and yet none of them look anything like what my high school looked like. Like, at all. I'm gonna use these, and I'm gonna email him, and he's gonna be so pissed. Alright. This is a chair. Did not provide the textures, which is good. Don't know why he would. Maybe these are... Let's try opening them Counter-Strike, just in case, because that seems like the other most likely option. Like, I'd almost describe my high school as more like... rows of 2-level rooms. I'm trying to think. That probably is the most accurate description. Hell, maybe I could find a floor plan. Actually, no, I probably couldn't. They probably don't put floor plans of schools online. That seems like... that seems like a security risk that, whether or not it's likely to be utilised, probably easy enough to not just put out there just in case. Oh, god damn it. Something went wrong. These are very strange prefabs over there. And this, like, whether it's mapped well or not, this is a bad ladder. Don't climb this ladder. I guess he's just trying to be artsy. Or, wait, no. I don't know if it's a he. All the description was not a bot, and frankly, I'm not sure I believe that. Table. What's the difference here? Glass and wood. I mean, tables are weird, so I could believe that. I guess it depends on the scale, though, because if that's, say, a dining table, you probably wouldn't want that glass there. It would get in the way of your legs. Hello, Rimrock. How are you this fine time of day? Yes, that should cover it. Oh, why is this window so far away? It's a fine window, but it doesn't deserve its own RMF. CS Rushdown by MJ. I don't believe this link worked. So, this map is a conversion of the Rainbow Six Blackthorn training map City Streets Mall. I'm not familiar. Maybe someone can see from that screenshot if that's familiar, but I can't play it, and I like this point of reference to recognize it. Half-Life 2 button pad, Half-Life 2 button pad for Half-Life 1. Prefab by that person. I don't... What are they trying to recreate here? You know, I didn't start my list of broken links with the information of whether or not these things are listed incorrectly. Because that's a whole different kettle of fish. I guess it wouldn't be that hard to figure out. Search for prefab, and just about everything that comes up would probably be classified as a prefab. So it's specifically for Half-Life 1, so if there's any missing textures, they fucked up. Okay, good. Provided this black texture is just... yeah, okay, it's just black. Is this a model in Half-Life 2? Still don't look familiar. Like, I feel like I vaguely remember a button like that, but I don't think it's from Half-Life 2. But now it's going to bother me that I don't remember what it is. It does remind me of. Actually, no, Thief 2, that's what that reminds me of. Those red buttons. That's a thing, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, whatever. Either way, it doesn't remind me of anything from Half-Life 2. AWP Arena Beta. This looks like it's gonna be great. Simple AWP plus USB map. Beta. Advice on the layout is appreciated. It's a box. How much advice can you give? It's a box full of shapes. 3971. Nope, never mind. Not playing that one. Fightyard 1 Dig. What, 1 Dig? Yeah, whatever. Great map for Eagle practice and lots of fun. I really hate the... and it bothers me because I am somewhat conditioned to say it even, but I really hate the sound. It's not really a word, so I can't say word, but I really hate deagle. Like, it just sounds like shit. It's describing something as shit. There's nothing good about it. Desert Eagle, I can kind of put up with, even though that's a pretty dub name too, really. Where, you know, be honest. I don't really like shapes. Like, I know what you're talking about. Is that a thing outside of Australia, or are shapes an Australian brand? Not really a brand, are they? An Australian thing. Yeah, everyone seems to like shapes, but I just don't like shapes that much. None of the flavors are that good. I don't like the textures. You know, there are better ones. They still make those drumsticks, those shaped-like things that are shaped like chicken drumsticks and have that chicken flavor that doesn't really taste like chicken. Also, this, I don't have much to say about this. This is a room full of boxes, but at least it's got a slightly detailed thing above it. Let's face it, when it comes to maps like that, this is the lesser of two evils, but it's still evil, as far as the metaphor goes. Armoured brush bulletproof. How did I say that? Armoured brush bulletproof wall. An example map about armoured brushes. This brushes blocks all or some shots of weapons. The brush number 4 block all shots, include AWP, and more. All this with low R speeds. You didn't need to do much. Come on. Armoured brush. Well, obviously for CS. I never... In fact, I mean the whole... for most of the time, the whole... you know, biscuits like that thing, I can't say I ever cared for much, but I will admit now that Jats with some dip, it's real good. I can go for that. I could go for some of that now. I don't have any. Almond. Almond? I can't spell. Did I... Hang on. What was this called? Did I actually copy anything? Armored brush. I did. I don't know how I missed that. Nope. Well, shit. Come on, I need to play this. Didn't even give me any weapons. Is there any actual specific property of this, or is the idea of an armored brush just the fact that it's really thick? Because, of course. Whatever. CS Road X by Super Mecha Cow. Is there a reason that name's familiar? Or is that just what I've seen here? The Road Extended. I'm not sure if I ever submitted the first version. Many bells and whistles to play with here. Tell me what you think. I think it's the most interactive map ever, and that I have seen the light. No, there is a CS road, so maybe they did upload the first one. I doubt I'll remember it. CS Road X. One day I'll just delete everything, and this will be a far easier to get through every time. But then we must be getting through the... Like, did CS mapping stop becoming popular at one point? Will we ever be past the Counter-Strike map phase? How did I do that? Don't know about this ladder. It's pretty windy up here. Pretty crickety over here. Snap. It's pretty watery down here. This map's very squirrely. There's just a lot of different paths and everything, and maybe that's a good thing? I don't know. Nope, door does not open. That's a buy zone. No, I want to get out of the sewers, please. How is this not a way out? Vent probably led out, didn't it? It's very deep water for me to be able to jump. Maybe the water does exist. Yeah, damn it. That just swing open? Whatever. I think this map's driving me mad. How am I still at this? This map's pretty big, isn't it? Where is all this map coming from? I was definitely up there before. Know where that leads. my back. I don't want to go in the sewer again. It's not a sewer. Rockets for Spirit. This map demonstrates 2 ways of making missiles that are shot from a particular spot. This map also shows how to make rain in Spirit and info text lights in both Spirit and Half-Life 1. No need for having Spirit to check this one, it's in a mini-mod format and the DLL stuff are included. Fair enough. Means I have to refresh Steam. As far as I'm concerned, that's all it means. Oh, shadow box. The usual stuff. It's very cold. I've rugged up. It's 10:30 at night, and I have a warm bed I could be in, but I'm not. And I think I'm an idiot for that. What worries me more is that the Wednesday stream, as we get further and further into winter, it's going to be harder and harder to get up at that hour. If not because of the daylight, then because of the cold. And I don't know, if I move it further forwards, then it's going to make it harder for Irby to join in, or anyone else from half of the planet. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure something out. What's this called? Spirit Rocket. Or Rocket Spirit? Maybe neither. Lib list. Rocket example. There it is. I checked Discord a couple of times and no one seemed to be there, so I didn't ask for games. Also, I woke up late. Half-Life.
Good morning, and welcome to the Black...
Okay, that's just... never mind. What's the actual maps I'm looking for? Don't give me that. Spirit Rocket. You could have... if you're gonna put it in a mini-mount, could have had the thing linked up. Okay, see rain. The rain is only in the outside. Because Spirit can do that stuff. There are no splashes, no sound. It is the lightest rain possible. However, it is alright for where it is. How does Spirit do the rain anyway? Yeah. Sprites. Oh, right. I thought that was the rockets. You. Can I do it again? Nope. It looked like a model. Those seemed like actual rockets and they're tubes. There's a head crab now. Maybe the head crab is always there. I think there's always a head crab there. Anyway, without looking at the RMF, it's not valuable as a map. But maybe that's helpful for someone. DE Night Strike. Here's the completed version of DE Night Strike. Bird mapping completion. Had fun, learned much, added stuff. Feedback is wanted. Nope. What am I doing? Back. This is halfway set up in the folder setup you actually want. Got part of the way there. I think that's... yeah, it's probably fine. D Night Strike. Is it too late, Irby? I don't remember which way that pushes it. Because live in the holy land of no daylight savings time whatsoever. These meters bleed. Grey blood, which seems appropriate. I'll come back to that. Well, I can't do it any earlier. I mean, that's a lie. I could, but it's not going to happen. I mean, in a very real way, that time isn't really convenient, even for Australians who don't have the time zone issue. Because, you know, everyone else has fucking lives. It's a bit blocky. I don't know, maybe I should just reconsider the entire time for the Wednesday ones. I feel like different people do join in, though, on the different times, but I don't know whether that's because of the different times or just because different people find different parts of the week more convenient. It's hard to tell, I know. Okay, I'm just gonna go down this thing here. This has to come out somewhere. That's a... yeah, well, whatever. Okay, I can clearly see the fracturing from the light touching the roof. In fact, what is it? GL... wireframe. Oh, well, never mind then. Doesn't work, doesn't work. AIM Neon Abyss by Soup Miner. Never allow myself to the level of making an AIM map. I mean, whatever. Feel like some of his early maps weren't much better. Performance, board, so on, etc. Glad I could elaborate. I don't know. What would the people who are here now think of the Wednesday stream done, say, similar time to, let's say, around the same time as this one, but 2 hours earlier? on the same day. Which I guess for Abby would be probably midday on Wednesday, I think. Just for the record. I mean, yeah, midday does that to people. I've always kind of liked the idea of lines running through the map. In fact, I have the skeleton of a map that was following this kind of theme. Not exactly like this, of course, but you know, in spirit. But that's never going to be finished because it's shit. See what he did there. By the way, I keep getting distracted by the chat box now. Not that that's a bad thing. Stars Break Clan map. Very similar to Break Floor, but me, Sonic's Commando, created a whole new type of break floor. Why? Because there's only one layer of floor and you break the walls. Note, jumping on the large boxes may take some getting used to. But run up to it and crouch jump. And there's a water pit of death where you're forced down into the water where you fight where you fight there till you drown or you land on one of the camping squares near the corner. This is a fast-paced break map, and of course I made it for the Stars clan that I was in too bad the clan broke up. Anyways, I want people to remember a clan they probably never heard of by uploading this map. What the hell is he going on about? There's 3 maps of this version. 2 or V2 is the most up-to-date and is the funniest in my opinion. The others are just in case you like those, because they might not have the water pit, etc. better. If you really like Breakfloor and you really this map, then please you have my permission to upload it to any Breakfloor server you want, just don't take credit for the map. Don't steal my shit, that bit made sense. Why? Why 3? Don't get it. I don't know what order these are supposed to go in. Break map 1, and break map version 2. Is one of them version 0? Why would he make a map dedicated to a clan that... Whatever. I bet it is not worth worrying about. Let's just look at them in order. Oh, right, there's source, isn't it? I noted to myself that it was source, and failed to remember it. Not a problem. Stars Clan break. Alright, how about a different question? What if I moved... Oh wait, no. Actually, never mind. I was going to say, what if I moved this stream to 8 o'clock, but the reason I was thinking of doesn't actually work on the weekend. So, never mind. Ignore that. Sonic's Stars. You break these crates. I didn't know you automatically crouched in source. Is this crouched? Or is this crouched? Because this is slow. Also, these aren't crates. They're made of concrete. Why is this a fake crouch that moves at the speed of running? Is that purely for CS Assault? Where's the other team spawn? Well, it was worth finding that out. Frankly, that'd probably be more interesting though. Map 1 by Communist. Fair enough. As this is my first map, I made sure to include a staircase, a ladder, a button, a door, and several enemies. Constructive criticism. Criticism? Criticism. It's definitely spelled criticism. Now I think about it, I didn't look at the other versions of that map, which I should probably do. It's a lie, but I just forgot that there were 3 of them. How does it... If you claim they're fun, how? What do you do? I've seen 1 or 2 of them on this, and I don't get it. I did just join the other one, didn't I? Because this looks the same. Oh, they're made of glass now. Oh, Kevin Sonic Stars. Well, yeah, he made it pretty clear that this is one that was not the same kind of concept. I mean, the same kind of concept, but different. That doesn't change my question. What's... you borrow little paths and try and sneak up on the enemy. Does everyone spawn in different places? Maybe that's it. Also, all of these maps look exactly the same. I don't know what the hell's going on. Fair enough, I guess. I don't know if I'd do that myself, because that seems like it still requires some amount of appreciation for the actual game, Counter-Strike itself. Anyway, look at this map that contains all these features. Counter-Strike? Half-Life. Right, of course. Uh-oh. Weird, there's already a map 1. It is now map 2. Oh, map 12. Who cares? If it doesn't have a real name, it's not a good map anyway. I'm not going to leave it here anyway. It'll all be wiped from my hard drive in one day. Oh god. Okay. There's no roof. I can keep the attention of these fellas. I automatically shift in a stealth mode. Oh, it's one of these maps. I was gonna say Barney's much more efficient at this, but clearly not. I mean, there's a lot of these too, isn't there?
Bring it on!
Can he survive? No. Can I survive? What the hell's down here? No. It's the same thing but in a different spot. Also that one's not pulling his weight. Still not sure why I'm here. Never mind. I mean, if it's just a test map, sure, I guess there's lots of different stuff in there. He's just waiting it out. Scouts Knives 2006. This is a little map based on the popular map Scouts Knives. Feel free to host this map and add the IP in the comment. It's so based on it, it shares the name. And certainly isn't trying to crib on its popularity. I won't hear a word of it. Weird, I've only got 4 different maps with scouts in the names. Yep, new game. S. That one. Was Scouts Knives actually a good map? Or was it just popular, noting that there is a difference between the two? Why? What? Why is this here? I mean, the middle one makes sense, but the rest? There's very little linking all of these things. One's a browser, one's a platform. At least 3 of them are websites. Don't even know what that is. And who knows? Remember MSN? Wish I didn't. Wait, these are cylinders. Okay, I thought this looked pretty good for a second there, but clearly I didn't actually see it. That's... God. I mean, it was trying to curve cylinders in 2 different directions at once. Pretty clear why that wasn't going to work. Is map too long? Yes, but only just. I don't think I need to see any more of this. Twisted Pillar. It's an example of the type of twisted pillar that was seen in DE Arcanus? Whatever. Map by Scouch. It was discussed in the forums a lot, and finally I found out how to make it, using lots of vertex manipulation. That'd be difficult to get right, but far from impossible. Twist Pillar. I mean, yeah, lots of tetrahedrons, methinks. Wait, would it be tetrahedrons? The bottom one would be triangular, triangle, and something in the middle. Wouldn't be triangular in the bottom, so no, not a tetrahedron. Wait, are tetrahedrons 4 triangles? And if they are, what's 3 triangles and a square? Is that just a pyramid, I suppose? I don't remember. More twisted pillars. Example twisted, Half-Life. From the Sweet Mother of God thread. Pardon me. Wait, search there, isn't there? Let's see if this brings anything directly back. 11 years ago, 2006, that seems about the right time. Rimrock's got nothing on this, apparently. Rimrock, anything to say? I wonder if this site still exists. I wonder if this site still exists. I don't know what I'm clicking on. I hope this is alright. I don't think that's going to load. Why can't I go back? I feel cheated. Would be... No, I opened it ages ago. God damn it. Example twisted. There we go. Maybe they were just referring to twisted pillars, which I'm sure is not beyond you anymore. If it was then, which frankly I doubt that as well. Example twisted. I think I remember this discussion. I feel like I've seen this map. I don't remember why, because there was the time I was season practice. Yeah, the time that I would have been looking at this around that time. This is way beyond what I would have been capable of. Whether or not it's actually that difficult to do. This one provided a little example of it. Those ones are tetrahedrons, I think. But yeah, nice effect, except for the fact you can see the flaws in it. So, may invalidate that sentence, maybe. I mean, as long as it had a solid center, that would be enough, wouldn't it? Like, you could have the twisted decoration around a actual weight supporting pillar or something. I don't know. I'm not an architect. I have absolutely no experience in architecture. There's a person I go to if I need architecture, and it's called the architect. How can I get the laser to move more smoothly? He too can't get his energy balls to work. Laser bird. There's Half-Life 2. I'm curious about the name Laserbird. I suspect we won't actually see why it's called Laserbird here, but it would be nice if we did. Map. Is this going to go to it straight away as soon as it loads, which it hasn't? Map. Laserbird. Oh, it's got a bird in it. I see. That makes a lot of sense, really. I do not know the answer to his question, though. I should have shot it. But too late now. Example trap shoot. Half-Life OCS. 6 clay pigeons. Shows how to launch front breakables like at a trap shooting range. Are they called traps? I really wish I'd done something with the now that Rimrock said seagull hunt, I really wish I'd done something with the rat hunt idea. Because I really like that one map. And I think one map was all that came of it, right? It was a really good idea. Just never had a good idea to actually use with. Which is a shame. I guess this is Counter-Strike or Half-Life. It does say that. So let's do it in Half-Life, because bugger Counter-Strike. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Break everything, I assume you mean as simple as you actually... As simple as that sounds. A map in which you break everything. I don't have a gun. I can't shoot him. What even are these? Launch me! I said launch me! There we go. "180-degree spiral pilar." Come on, carrot. It's just another one of these, I guess. Except this one is just the RMF. For better or worse. You know, like the destructification competition map, except you yourself destroy the place. I mean, you do alright. Having a particularly elaborate system of breakables and triggers and so forth, triggered by the player initially. That could be interesting. I mean, it's one of these. Not much more to say about it, really, is there? You can figure out how to do it if you want to do it. Tetrahedrons and a bunch of whatchamacallit? Devil dough? Why am I thinking devil dough? That's entirely not what I mean. Vertex manipulation. How the hell did I get that confused? Warning, this map contains a lot of flashing lasers in different colours. People with seizure disorders may experience problems viewing this map. Great. He thinks it looks pretty freaking neat. We, as the onlookers, will be the judge of that. ESM Laser Show. Oh, this is Half-Life 2 again. Alright. I'm sure this will be fascinating. I'm sure it won't be a box with a bunch of lasers in it. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could probably make a really interesting set of lasers and sprites and, you know, put on an actual show. I don't think this is going to be it. Feel free to prove me wrong. No, that looks fucking terrible. I'm not even going to let that run. Range. Unfinished indoor shooting range. Haven't seen any of them before. idea behind this was to make, what is this? Counter-Strike Source. The idea behind this was to make a more realistic type of target for shooting practice. I intended to put different types of moving targets at different distances down the range. Apologise for the rubbish material. Do I need to include the material? I guess. But again, didn't provide enough of the folder structure to just have range be in its own map thing, so you can copy everything over in one go. Has to make it slightly more complicated just to be annoying. What was it? I've forgotten what we were doing. Range? Was it range? It was range, yes. I've successfully remembered. Please open again. Thank you. Bang. Yeah, I did the shooting range thing. Alright, being sourced, this would have actual physics, wouldn't it? Why can't I shoot this? Do you only get one shot? I can't even make it go back out again. It becomes completely intangible the moment. Guess he said he didn't finish it. I mean, I didn't keep up with the whatchamacallit. I gotta stop saying that. The announcement itself, but I did her quite recently, like an hour ago, that about Fallout 76 having multiplayer focus. Do you think that'd be good? If it's like Fallout has been, do you think that makes for good multiplayer? I mean, you couldn't even have VATS, and that strikes me as the, one of the main parts of Fallout's gunplay, if you will. Even it's not really a feature, is it? It's just, combat in a cutscene. Fun One Room by Jordo911. This is my very first fun map. ... Who knows what that means? Wait. Oh, did this link not work? No, this link didn't work. We'll never see his first fun map. Aim Auto Snipe 27. This is the 27th Aim Auto Snipe. Jesus. I just started mapping a while ago, so this is one of my first maps. The 27th map, but whatever. Very simple Counter-Strike Condition 0 map with some lighting effects. That would be usable in normal Counter-Strike, wouldn't it? I don't think I've opened Condition 0 up to this point, and if I can avoid it, I will. I'm sure it'll be fine. What could happen? Next thing you know. That said, Fallout 4 did improve upon the actual combat side of that game, didn't it? The 3D series up to that point. I seem to remember people saying that. I haven't played it myself. Maybe they made it good enough for that. Alright. True to the name, I do in fact have the one of those guns. And it's a map that's a big box with some stuff in it. This one at least has a little bit of panache. Is that the wrong word? What's the point of this room? These doors? Oh, those are doors. Oh. Have we seen Zebra maps yet? Can't remember if I've passed that or not. Knife Arena, Snow Shank, Condition 0. Maybe we are getting into it. Yes, another knife map. But it's a remake of my very first map, with the CZ textures and a credits room with a few nades. Got a good soundtrack to it, just find the button. Questionable. That name might mean more to someone else, but not to me. Fine, let's put it in condition 0. Where's that? It's all these not BSP files. No, they did not mention exactly where that sound should go. So let's just slap it in there. Apparently it's supposed to go in the ambient folder, something you did not mention at all. Also, there isn't an ambient folder, so I assume it means ambience. Oh, apparently I have played 6 minutes of Condition 0, so let's get all this down. Volume 0.2. Mouse sensitivity 3 is fine. Get rid of that auto aim, thank you. Dock is shift, I won't hear anything otherwise. Can I... oh god. No idea what I'm doing. Can I just... okay, good. I mean, it hasn't been a problem so far. I guess if it becomes a problem, I can edit it. I mean, I haven't been keeping the ones that I've done thus far, so maybe I can't actually, but... we'll see what I can do. There's a lot of maps here. Is this pulling from... this has to be pulling from the other one as well. Snow Shank. Yeah, I hadn't actually considered that. I wasn't expecting to stumble upon, say, a Marilyn Manson cover. God, that was weird. Guess the problem is that the maps almost certainly didn't pay for the rights to use it either. Ah. Don't go putting bots in there. I didn't ask for bots. Unless I did. Might have just skipped over that option. Hang on. Yeah, I did. No, thank you. And also no. There we go.
Alright, let's move out.
weird, it's one of these. And by one of these, I mean, you know, one of these. Is that low gravity by default? No. I, I disapprove. None of that. I don't know where this button would be anyway. So maybe it's for the best. Let's face it, if I didn't know about it, I wouldn't go looking for it, so let's run along that logic. Homeworld Deagle War. What's with all the Counter-Strike maps all of a sudden? Like, I know there's always been a lot of them, but there's just an influx of them. Deagle map, I'm sorry for that. Then why'd you make it? Everyone on our CS server likes it. There are a few nades. God, that's another one that bothers me. Nades. You're saving a single syllable and making it sound like garbage. Added the garbage. I threw a song button in for added laughter. Is this just the same person? It's probably the same person, I didn't check. Yeah, green slime will kill you, so don't jump in. That's just good advice. Is this easy as well? Would I know? The answer is no. I wouldn't. So let's assume that it's not. Because why would I? It's probably ambience. I've already forgotten the name. Homeworld. I wonder if it's related to the game of the same name. Alright. There. I'm defying the point of the map. I'm not familiar with Homeworld. All I know is that it exists. Like, I knew that was going to happen.
Okay, let's go.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't press it. I mean, nah. If you want to know what it is, you can find it yourself. Download the map and listen to whatever song they thought was amusing enough to put in there as the only song. That name may be a clue, but I wouldn't know. Surf Mold. Like, if that was just mold, like the substance, I'd kind of appreciate that as a name, because, I don't know, mold. There's a word that sounds good, regardless of what it actually refers to. Mold. It feels good to say. Like, you can slip in a U in there and it doesn't change it, but it feels different. Mold. I don't know. I'm weird. DM1701A WIP. Fooling around with this lately, and I intend on making a fully playable deathmatch out of it, based on USS Enterprise A from Star Trek. That's true, actually. 1701. I think that's right. I don't know. I haven't watched anything of the type in quite some time. For better or worse. Create D, M, numbers, etc. It wasn't actually deathmatch yet, was it? Why the doors just walk through? I mean, I guess that's one way of doing it with before you actually set it up, but seems odd to me. Surely I shouldn't be able to hear anything out here. I don't suppose there's any way in vanilla Half-Life to do something like that. Have it be silent in certain areas of the map. None of these are interactable. Whatever. Unfinished, not much to it in its current state. I'm sure he's gotten a long way, come a long way in 11 years. The Mansion 2 by Imus. I think I remember the Mansion 1, but the download does not work, so we'll have to try and find it on round 2. Very little of interest in the comments either. I didn't download enough maps. There's like half an hour left. Bugger. Oh, fair enough. Where are we up to? Mansion 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just go through the rest of the page and see where we get up to. Right. Funk Illusionary. Download. Download. Thank you. It's because I was opening all those tabs. Good example on how to make light rays shining down from the heavens, or open ceilings, and you can apply these to flashlights. Oh, right, like brushwork flashlights. Right. Tis what it is. It's just a map. Shame. Downloads. Will probably work. Recently did what I... well, since TWHL4 switch got turned on and actually allowed me to do it, because it was too damn big otherwise. Went back and slipped the RMF for hydroelectric into the download. Because I can't see much reason not to do that, really. And then it's there in case anyone wants it for any reason whatsoever. Oh, I knew what this map was going to be, so not much to say about it, really. CS Skyscraper by ALTV. Archie says, "What resolution do you play CS in? 640 by 480? Sure, can't tell if that's in awe or in shock, because I don't know what the normal resolutions were back then. I seem to remember having monitors that only went to 640 by 480. Thems were, as they say, the days. Here is a big skyscraper. The counter-terrorists start from the ground floor and terrorists start from the last floor. That's not what they call it. It's also got a funny surprise at the rooftop. Okay, good. I'm looking forward to that. I like reading his comments because I know he's nothing like that now, or at least nothing like that in the same way. Certainly gained some eloquence in the years between. For you know what I mean. What am I looking at? CS something. CS skyscraper. CS tall building. Was it just skyscraper? It was probably skyscraper. Please click on the right thing, please. Well, skyscraper, wasn't it? Yes, okay. That's not a great remote. It's not a great TV, really. It's not a great room, really. Can see what they were going for with this chair. It's not a great chair. It'll be fine. Is that female model something in default in Counter-Strike? I feel like I never saw that. Ever. I've made a mistake. Wow. You can die from jumping in that elevator, it moves so damn quick. Hello, it's me at the bottom floor of this skyscraper. Look how far up we are, though. Jesus. Wait. Can you not take the stairs? Do you have to go up the elevator? No, damn it. Look how buggy the jump is. Alright, we're gonna see the funny surprise. Oh, Jesus. I can't tell if that is the funny surprise or just a terrible, terrible mistake. What am I looking at? Okay, yes, this is probably the funny surprise. Which, I don't know if that's better or worse. This is disturbing me. Can I get up it? Nope. Sort of. Ow. That's probably fitting. Is that roof made of a tire tread texture? I made the problem at the chopper because I wanted my map to have something funny. I mean, the rest of the map wasn't exactly shining, so... Cargo Mover by Persons. Download. Large machine designed to be fitted to the roof of a warehouse moves two large crates on and off of some train wagons. I made a map that was gonna use something like that, but not quite. You can't easily tell every single moving part is a different func train, and they all have to have their own path set. Alright, I'm intrigued. Show me. Half-Life? Half-Life. Cargo Mover example. I don't know that that's what they call it. Cargo Mover. There's something a little baser about that. Maybe I'm wrong. Map. Cargo Mover example. I could tell that was slightly different because it was out of sync. Need a train for the crate, a train for the movie thing, and a train for the entire thing. The bit that goes across. That'd be it, right? Oh, wait, no, if this moves out, then all of these, well, at least one for each side would need separate trains as well. Which, you know, this is... If it does that, and I suspect it will, and that is fairly elaborate, you'd want to have this be an actual set piece of a map, wouldn't you? Okay, it didn't move. I'm significantly less impressed. Granted, that would have been a lot more entities, but still. I don't think there's going to be much more to this, is there? If that doesn't move, fuck it. Garbage, burn it down. No, it's fine. AIM Alien 27. Again, the 27th one. He has timing, doesn't he? Bomb targets in an AIM map? I'm confused. Enlighten me, says Archie. I think I've really outdone myself on this AIM map. This time everyone starts off with an M4, so on, in a very Halo-like type of map. At least that's what I thought. It's much more complex than the average AIM map. Right? We have some bars that are being set here. Let's see if it clears them. A couple of bomb targets, and to top it off, I've tried my best to put good contrast in the lighting. Okay. Big talk. Slow downloads. Come on. I should have pressed that button first, like I did with all the other ones. Oh god, there's a sound. Wait, those are all Half-Life sounds. Will it use those by default? I don't know if it pulls from different games. Yeah, I should probably copy it just in case. Counter-Strike. Again, different levels of folder structures. AIM Alien 27. Much more complex than the average AIM map. Okay, there's a little bit. I mean, frankly, he's automatically right. You put any detail in an AIM map and it's more detailed than the average AIM map. So I guess I can't actually fault him. I mean, first thing I notice isn't great, considering these lights aren't in their slots. In fact, completely misaligned. Pillars. Yeah, it's got curves. Nice curvy map. In fact, that seems to be the map premise, just curves. There's all sorts of wind and drips. And for some reason, alien machines by the sounds. I mean, it's got bomb targets. Doesn't that, by its nature, make it a D map, not an A map? There's a ladder for a second. Oh. Someone looked at all those twisty maps examples. For some reason, for a second there, I saw that crack in the wall and thought, oh, I should blow that up, see what's through there. What the fuck have I been playing lately? Much Link to the Past randomizer, I guess. Yeah, there's not much more to this. I'll give it, it's got some layout, which AIM maps generally don't have. Which, yeah, as Penguin rightly mentions, at what point does it stop being an AIM map? Download first, then I will read it. Gone by Zeba G. Well, that answers my question. How long have you been around, Zeba G? Oh, that's actually the first one. What a coinky dink. A strange feeling themed map. The theme is strange feelings. The water heals, there is a water slide, floating robot pads. Like pads for floating robots, or... Started as a drawing of one room and went from there. There is a secret on this map and I included a tip in the download. Please at least try to find it before no clipping. And he has fixed wave height crossed out, which I assume means that the wave height wasn't fixed. Yo, wad. Half-Life? Half-Life. Gone. And yo. Gone, yo. Every now and then I'll look at the chat and see comments that make me think, yeah, actually that doesn't make much sense. That map that had the stairs is obviously out of order. It's just got that ridiculous elevator that only has 2 floors, top and bottom. Who boarded up those stairs? Like, that was really keeping people out. There was wood all over those things. Gone. Alright. So far, strange feeling themed isn't what strikes me, but let's carry on. Just feel as like a water feature that doesn't actually work. I mean, like, it's actually got the brushes in such a way that water would be waterfalling down here, but doesn't do it. So that's kind of weird. I hope that's not a water slide. Water is coming out of concrete and falling rather slowly. Is this being nitpicky? Probably. Fairly blandly textured otherwise. Yeah, some nice brushwork there. It's using that sound, which that in itself is notable. It's a nice charger. I like that. So far the only floating robot pad we've seen has been a dead floating robot pad. I pressed a button, don't know what it did. I'm back here. Feel like I missed stuff. Does this just loop around like that? Yes. What's down here then? It's quite a fall. Waterfall. Oh, there's a floating robot pad. Let's do the thing. I don't know who's stopping and waiting for this thing in Half-Life Deathmatch, but let's Yep. Oh. Oh, that's slightly better, I guess. Wait, didn't I start here? Guess that vent is not a habitable vent. It's also only an evening up here, and I don't know how I feel about that. But anyway. Oh. Oh, that wouldn't have killed me anyway, would it? How fast is the elevator? Pretty fast. That's good. Some fireflies. Dead man. Particularly dead now. Let's clear a crossbow up there. So I don't know what that button is supposed to do. Appears to be connected to a light, but you can't get to it. That map's alright. I'm sure I've seen most of it. Feel like it didn't quite meet the theme he was aiming for, but whatever. Glass Battle. Another glass map designed and constructed by me. Fair enough. It's gonna have some glass in it. I think that is source. That model looks too clear to be gold source. I say, no doubt going to be wrong, just because I always am. That said, there's a materials folder, so I'm a lot more confident now. Got a nice beat going on there. I kind of like that as a background, really, underwater. It sure did.
Get out of there, it's gonna blow! Okay, let's go.
I'm guessing all of the glass leads to a pretty similar fate. These maps tend to do. How do I get up? Can you get up? It seems like you should be able to. I didn't look for the secret in that on the map now I think about it. But I will. I think you'd have some fun challenge of getting up here without having any of the glass there, but it's probably not necessary. Well, that's that map. Oh, well, let's fall down. If you didn't survive the fall to there, then what's the odds of anyone falling? Whatever. Let's try and aim, shall we? There, I lived. The map is now bunk. But if we want... Nope, that's not how ladders work. It's nice to know that you can climb back up if you want to. Frankly, that fall seems all too survivable, really. Whatever. All seems rather silly to me. Glass hatch by the same person. Another glass map designed and constructed by me. This is actually a DE map combination, but in the grand tradition of glass maps, the word glass always comes first. Ah yes, the grand storied history of glass maps. The aim is simple. Eliminate the other team, or your own team via TKing, lol. If you want to be adventurous, you can plant the bomb down in the hatch. Catch is, you have to shoot the catch open to be daring enough to jump in it before the door closes, and all this while both teams are shooting at you, lol. Why would both teams be shooting at you? Is there a whole glass culture that I'm unaware of? This is the same one, isn't it? Okay, no. Okay. Fair enough. How different do we think Glass Hatch will be from Glass Battle? I mean, it's got a hatch. Okay, I'm seeing some similar themes. It's a little different. This one doesn't seem to fall as well. It's a bridge. Good. That one seems to do what it's supposed to.
Let's go.
I don't think you can survive this fall, so I don't actually know where the hatch is. Or is that supposed to be the hatch that you fall in from above? Because that seems like a very precise fall. I see. That's pretty dumb. Well, whatever. A corpse made it in there. DEE tape by Dudor. These terrorists are at it again, this time aiming to destroy the grand courtyards of this castle. Alright. Is that gonna work? No. Never mind. Brushwork entry, Mini City. This is my entry for the Advanced Brushwork Mini Competition that is currently underway. Zip is a whopping 30 megs and contains all the files needed to run the map. Also no. 30 megs gave it away. Pretty good with 4 days that I had. Brushopolis, I suppose. Entry. This one is not 30 megs. Alright. Regular half-life. This will probably be the last one for tonight. Seems like a good place to leave it. C01 Rally Bob. Alright. This is like that opposite rats map that we mentioned last time. I guess this is exactly the sort of thing it would be. This is kind of cool. I quite like this actually. Slight texture misalignment there, but it's getting in the nitty gritty. Some pretty blocky buildings over this side actually. It's certainly more picturesque on the front. Also, I feel like with the scale of everything else, that's got to be a bloody big shovel. On the whole though, this is neat. I like this. Really fair bit of detail went into this. Or thought, rather. I'm the king of the tidy town. Which is not a great sentence. Fair bit of open space now. I guess you could gloss over that when you're giant, aren't you? Having open space seems unlikely in the reality of the situation, and yet it seems perfectly fine on the ground level because you got around somewhere. I really like this. I want to see more maps like this. I hope there are more. Anyway, that's a good place to leave it, really. As I said I was going to, but I was impressed. Which is a nice change, really. Let's just do a thing, so I know where I'm up to next time. Last time, god damn it. And yeah, that'll do it for me. Hope you weren't bored out of your mind, because that's the least I can hope for. Have a good night.